Right. Good evening, everyone. Bear with me a second, just while I try and get things connected. I've literally had a mad rush this evening. I'll explain in a second. Just need to restart that. Yeah, just trying to tidy up the layout basically, and get everything sorted and tidy in the shed area. So some of you may notice there is some glue in certain areas that's basically still setting, and the eagle-eyed ones amongst you will also see that there's some new hard standing down by the shed. So I did do a little video today just to sort of show it off, etc. But that's basically why there's not many locos over in the shed area, because there's glue in places. So yeah, I've had to move all those kind of things. The other thing I was also toying with the idea is I obviously moved my coaling stage to save me damaging it, and it's quite interesting without the coaling stay there. I don't know. I just kind of wanted you guys to give me some thoughts. Basically, do you think the coaling stay should stay there, or do you think it should go? So, I mean, if I go from junction 2, oh, of course, yes. I'll explain that. That's better. That's better. Yeah. So right. Let me explain. Leave it there for now, says Tim. Okay. Good evening, Ray. Good evening, Alex. Crikey, there's lots of you in the chat already. Clive, Nick, Haunted Railway, Jake, Robbie Woo. Excuse me. Nikki's in the chat as well. Oh, lots of people. Draws your attention to the area. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so again, people may notice that new glasses as well. Valley's 56XX, good evening. New glasses basically, so I had an eye test done recently, and because of the work I'm sort of doing, etc. My eyesight's absolutely fine, but basically because of the close-up work that I'm doing, etc., it was kind of recommended that I get a pair of glasses that, one, cuts off the blue, so I've got a weird sort of tint on these. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera or not, if I'm honest. But then there's a slight magnification for sort of stuff in front of me as well. So yeah, and as I only see out of one eye, I don't know if many of you knew that, I only see out of this eye basically. This one's gone, basically, lost it as a kid. Basically, silly accident when I was a kid, basically. But there we go. Someone will say it shouldn't be there. You wouldn't have it there in real life. However, who cares? Looks in by. Won't say that. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is the honest answer. It might be somewhere else. It could be rehomed elsewhere. It could go somewhere else, I suppose. But I don't know. It just looked interesting without that, without it there. And I mean, certainly from this camera as well. But when you look at the actual layout, if I take it away now, you can just see a bit more, I thought. Yeah, I do kind of like it like that, if I'm honest. Well, we'll have to see. But anyway, we can go back for the time being. So, Yeah, so basically I've done all the hard standing around that area over there as well. If I go to the tunnel, let's see, you can see the glue setting down there as well. You'll also notice there's a new fence along the side of the shed, so it's a barbed wire fence, just one of the Woodland Scenics ones, basically just thrown it in, but unfortunately it's only doing from the tunnel mouth, as you can see, all the way up to the signal basically, so I'm going to have to get a few more bits. I'll have to get a few more of them, etc. I've got the fence at the front there as well. There's also, believe it or not, if you can see it, don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. There is a fence just along this, all the way along this edge here, actually. I thought it just broke the scene up a little bit and tried to basically do it. I mean, of course you can see it, but you can see it along the front here as well, actually. It goes all the way towards the bridge. So yeah, fingers crossed that's alright. Is the picture quality coming through alright? Oh, it is. Oh, I've changed some settings, so we'll give it a go and see how that gets on. So, Dave, good evening all, etc. Everyone in the chat as well. Love to drop in here once in a while when working on my own layout. Oh, very cool. Stream is fine, John. Thank you. That's pretty cool. So yeah, a few things basically happened to the layout, etc. I need to get some. You can see it there actually. I need to get some realistic water because basically I left a bottle. I left a little bottle there, and for some reason you can see it's all deformed and misshapen the water. So I need to basically do the pour again, etc. I always needed to do some more anyway. Alan Price, good evening. So yeah, I'm just, well anyway, let's see if we can connect this. So another iPad basically. So I've now got 3 of these and I'd get the same case as well. What? Excuse me, I need to put my password in. Very bizarre. There we go, that's working now. You working for me? Obviously I need to change the setting in that one, by the looks of it. So I'll have to go back to one of my original ones. Hopefully it's just that one and it's not any of the others. Oh, no, they're all not working. Okay. Oh, how's that happened then? Try that again. Oh, it's all playing silly games on me. Could the coal road be moved 2 roads to the left? Where do you mean? 2 roads to the left? What? I mean, you mean over... Doesn't really work there, it doesn't really fit. Yeah, I need to have a think about this. I need to have a think. It's very confusing. Right, bear with me a second. I'm just currently rebooting JMRI at the moment. It's been on all afternoon, so I'm not surprised it's throwing a... Oh, I know what it is. Oh, I know what I've done. Hang on. It's good. You can hear all the locos running, per se. Right. Right, okay. Hey, that's better. Right. Sorry about that. Just decided to muck me about, basically. So that's pretty cool. Maybe not. Maybe it's still mucking me about. Good time to find out that things aren't working as they should. But then again, right, going back to my original story as well, so I'll go here for instance. So most of you know that there's lighting, etc. on this layout. And I don't know what it was. I was having a look at different lights, etc. And then I realised that the three little lights that I've got dotted around the layout, so I've got one in that signal box there. And then I've got, if I just go to the shed view, I have one in a signal box which is just down there, and then there's a little hut down here as well that also has a light in it. And I hadn't noticed this, but the lights had actually failed. So, yeah, basically had a little look, etc. Now, the bulbs had basically given up, and from what I could tell, they'd got very hot. Well, they were very hot, should I say. So basically, okay, not working, removed them. And of course, the other interesting thing that made me laugh was I then realised that the system was basically drawing a lot of power. So basically, I ended up pulling the lights off, and then lo and behold, I lost like an entire amp off the system, basically. So instead of running about 1.5 amps like it normally does, it was only drawing 1 amp. So yeah, needless to say, I ended up pulling them off, and I've quickly rewired the one that's in front of me, just here. So this one here. So that will now turn on and off with the other lights, etc. So yeah, that was an interesting find just before the live stream. I don't know what's going on here, folks. This is very annoying. Looks like I'm driving it on the computer then. Oh well, they always say it never rains but it pours, such as, right. Everything is not working right. Oh, what is going on? What is going on? My computer is on an absolute go slow now. Oh dear, everything's going wrong. So I don't know if you can see me. I don't know how it's coming through to you guys, but it's very laggy at my end. So, that's not good. Oh dear. And of course, I can't edit them while I'm live streaming either. Oh dear. Right, okay. Well, we'll just have to carry on as best we can then. Not ideal, but never mind. We will persevere and hopefully get through it. Right, let's get rid of the J72 with the quad arts, basically. Let's run a train, shall we? So here's the other question, right? So obviously last weekend we had the. Sorry, let me go through the chat and see what happens. So are you going to be getting one of the Akira Scale 31s? Possibly. I'm not sure just yet. Everything was working before you came live. Yeah, that's pretty much it basically. So I have changed a couple of settings, but obviously I need to change some more, but never mind. Have you decided what point motors you're going to? Yes. So I'm going servos. So basically that means that the MP1s will be basically coming off the layout at some point. Undecided what I'm going to do with the accessory decoders that are basically wired up, because at the moment I've got a load of the DR4018s from DigiKeys. They're all basically strapped up underneath the boards. Oh, that camera's moved as well. Everybody else feel like they're leaning one side there. It's quite funny. It's all gone wrong. Really has. Even the camera's now wobbly. Even the camera's wonky now. Oh, look at that. I haven't even started the trucks. Hang on, let's go and start the trucks up. Start the trucks. Start the trucks. There we go. You're okay, the railway is quite good. Okay, as long as you can hear me fine and the railway's not blaring over the top of what I'm actually saying, that's pretty good. I mean, the microphone is just there in front of me, so in theory it should be nice and clear for me and etc. Thought it was the two gins I had. Glad it's just the cameras. Thanks. That's reassuring to know that it's definitely the cameras that are playing up. That's not good. I'll have to do some test streams basically just to see how things are running, etc. It's quite annoying at the moment actually, because I keep getting alerts to basically say that the frame rate's dropped to 25% of what it should be, etc. So that's a shame, but never mind. Right, these things are sent to try us. Anyway, going back to what I was going to talk about actually, the Warner show at the NEC last weekend. So yeah, how many of you went? I ended up going. We've had an accident. Okay. Wow, literally everything is going wrong tonight. Wow. So the trucks have crashed into each other and knocked one of them over, so that was quite interesting. Oh dear. Anyway, right, sorry. Warner show. How many of you guys went and what was going on, etc.? Oh, look at that. It's now come back healthy. Stream is now healthy now, so I don't know what the heck that was all about. But anyway. Right, so how many of you guys went? Great show. Was great to chat to you, John. Yeah, you too. The quad arts are brilliant. They certainly are. I'm very happy with them. Well, I'm very happy with the lighting, should I say. Nikki obviously did the art. Sorry, start out again. Nikki did all the design work, so she's figured out all the complicated coupling system, etc. So that's really good. And then Holly at work has done a lot of the artwork, etc. So much so that the pictures that are actually inside the coach compartments, the pictures are so good. Now, I don't know if you can see up here, I've got like this white kind of background up the top here. So I'm just thinking, well, it would be really cool to have a couple of those pictures, one there, maybe one over there as well, that kind of thing. I've got a couple of little signs appearing in a few different places, but yeah, I think it'd be really cool to have some pictures up there. So yeah, I might have to have a chat and see if I can get that. So yeah, very good show. Shame it didn't make use of the space. Did see you at Clark Railway stand, but didn't get a chance to say hi. You were talking to Phil. Yeah, no doubt. Talked to lots of people actually. So, what region are they? They're basically northeastern, basically. So they ran. Let me get this right. They ran out. What am I saying? Let me get it right. I can actually go and look this up. That'd be a clever idea, wouldn't it? So they ran out of King's Cross, and they ran into Liverpool Street as well. So they were the Great. Oh, do you know, I had to remember this the other day actually to do a little talk about them, and I've forgotten it already. Wouldn't they be a bit very funny, Keith? No, I would have them enlarged because Holly's obviously drawn them. The way Holly's drawn them is she's drawn them full size, and then she's basically shrunk them down to go inside the coaches. So yeah, the fact that they're full size means that I'll be able to get them printed out and do it. Yeah. So. Next year I might go on the Sunday rather than the Saturday. Yeah, the Sunday was a lot quieter actually. We did notice that as well. Right. Quad art. I should know this. I really should. I really should. It's terrible. Ooh. Go on the Clark Railworks website, etc. So yeah, there was 97 sets of them produced in total. I'm doing really well at this tonight. Not. So I forgot to change the point. So they're all derailed. So yeah, Eastern Region, Liverpool Street. Yeah. Clyde with a win there. So yeah. But yeah, so yeah, 1923 to 1925, basically. There was 97 sets produced in total. Basically, only one set survives, and that's obviously the set that's at the North Norfolk Railway, which is in a lovely teak finish. That teak finish is stunning, by the way. And obviously, if you didn't get a chance to come and see our teak samples at the teak samples at the actual show. I can actually show you guys. So what I'll do is I'll just put the desk cam on. Hang on. Please tell me it's working. Yay! That's a good start. So yeah, I don't know how well it's coming through on camera. It doesn't really do it justice, if I'm honest. But these are absolutely stunning. So Nikki's designed a new system to basically print the teak, and every single panel on there is completely different. So absolutely beautiful they are. So there we go. Go back to Flymo's bridge. Has anybody actually seen Flymo in the chat yet? I haven't actually seen him. Yeah. What were those two circuit boards wired to the track, John? Oh, sorry, on my desk. These, you mean? These two things up here. So that's basically a Zimo programmer. So that's my actual loading tool for programming. Then I've got it connected to a track there. The track there you can actually see has got, it's basically O and N scale track. But the handy thing is if you position the N scale track butt up against the chairs on the O gauge track, you can actually have those two rails there are actually double O. So you've got your N scale, your double O, and your O all on one track, basically. So yeah, that's a neat little idea. And that basically is just a decoder tester, so you can literally get a decoder, plug it into that, and that basically has all the lights and functions and motors, etc. that you can test the actual decoder on as well. So that's pretty cool. Tim, nice way of doing it. Yep. It's actually a way I learnt when I was back at Digitrains, actually. So yeah, I think a lot of us do it now. Anyway, right, what we got? Flymo's bridge. With a wonky camera. That'll be the gin. That'll be the gin that somebody's been drinking. That's why we're all a bit wonky. Anyway, so we do actually have a new locomotive that's appeared on the stream as well, on the layout, on the stream, on the layout, should I say? So it's been sat on my desk for quite some time now. So I finally got round to finishing off, basically. So this is the Rifle Brigade. So it's a Patriot. It's a Patriot. No, it's not. It's a Scott. Oh man, I'm doing really well at this tonight. Yeah, so this is basically a Royal Scot. And as you can see, I've basically fitted it with working lamps, etc. I can actually turn one of those lamps off as well, so I only have one at a time, etc. I put a little headboard on it as well, which is the Pine Express. Not really sure, but it's my layout and my loco, so yeah. So yeah, we'll give that a run. So yeah, obviously the Royal Scot model is a Hornby model, and they do suffer with the rot problem on these particular models, and I was very fortunate to be able to get a spare chassis for it, because unfortunately it had rotted through. So yeah, ended up getting a spare chassis for it, which cost me about £40 actually. Just a random conversation, ironically, that I had with someone, and next thing you know, I got an email through to basically say I have one of these chassis. So I quickly emailed back and basically said, well, could I please have it, please, because I've got one that in need of one. So yeah, basically we now have this loco back in action, basically. It's a very short-lived experience, because when I first got it done, or when I first got it over a year ago, I think it was, I literally put all the sound and everything in it and fitted it all out, and then it probably only ran 3 times. I took it to run at trying to think of the exhibition now. It was on the Making Tracks. I ran it on the Making Tracks layout, and then basically halfway round it just died. You could hear the motor spinning, so I knew straight away what it was. Pulled it apart, lo and behold, crack straight across the motor mount, basically. So yeah, basically had to get all that sorted. But alas, you know, it's back and it's working and it's running, so I'm quite happy. I'm happy it's back in action, actually, because I do quite like the Scott as a loco. That'd be a nice shot. Look at that. Lovely. My glue's slowly drying over there. I need to work on that shoulder as well. I didn't realise that was that bad from that angle. It's the only thing, because I see it from this side, because I see it from the far side of that camera, basically, I can't really see that shoulder is ugly, to be honest, so I need to go and sort that out at some point. Aha, there he is. So Flymo, we actually said we couldn't see you in the chat. I didn't see you in the chat. So yeah. There he is, basically. Speak of the devil, that's what I said. Valleys 56, that's exactly what I said. I thought it was weird that I hadn't seen a comment from him, so yeah. That'll be that annoying uncoupling ramp. Oh no, stop! Ah! Ugh. Oh, I'm getting tea. Then I got another live stream. Have to join you at 8 p.m. Oh no! Another live stream. Who's that? I'm mortified to hear this. Come on, keep going. That's it. Celebrity doing the rounds fly mode. John, 2 questions. Question 1, Ellis Clark Trains will be attending Model Rail Scotland. Yes, I believe we are. And will I be there? That's a good question. I don't actually know, actually. I definitely won't be there as a visitor. Well, to be honest, if I'm not there with work, then I probably will go as a visitor, to be honest. And I will make an effort to go to that one, because it is a show that I miss, and I really do need to get up there at some point. It'd be nice to go back to that show, because I do like it. It's a good show, that one. Where's that one? Making its way round. Oh, okay, it's just running really slow. Have you tried the Young Couplers? No, I haven't. So, EU friends are using and Batman have started to introduce. No, haven't had a play actually, so I need to probably procure one just to have a little go with, etc. Oh, that camera's going to do my head in. Is there a sound file for a Sentinel shunter? The diesel or the actual steam one? I don't believe there's one for the steam one. Flymo, yes, good time at the NEC. Yep, we had a good time actually. Nice to see lots of people. Nice for people to come and say hello to me and chat to me, etc. Although I did have a real funny one actually on the Sunday. Basically, ended up doing a coffee run, and I found it quite entertaining in the sense I got chatting to Phil Parker and his friend. I think his name was Julian or something like that. I can't remember now. Yeah, it was really funny because they had like an NG7 layout that they were pottering around with, and I just sort of looked at it and went, well, I said, where's the challenge? You know, they're too big. You could easily put sound in one of those, like this sort of thing. And then he starts quoting about, oh, you know, there's a guy on YouTube that does sound fits in the 009 ones, in the 009 Quarry Hunslets, even the open cab one. And I was just like, oh, that's me. And he was just like, oh, you're brilliant, you are. And I'm like, wow, okay, that was probably the best comment I've had. Yeah, that was probably my best comment, to be honest. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, overall I think it was pretty good actually. Didn't buy anything actually. The horror, I didn't actually buy anything from the show. Jonathan Ward, I see you've just snuck in there, so hello you and family if you're all watching. Get the quad arts out the way. And what we can do is just make sure that's clear. Let's set the road. There we go. It's good when your folks recognise your work, John, for sure. Much more than the guru of sound. Yes. That's always an entertaining thing. I can't find my mouse on the screen. Ah! Really? Okay. That's weird. Didn't see that. Sorry, John, I forgot to bow to the NEC. Wouldn't worry. I understand that most people get put off by the NEC, but there we go. So I remember the first time I saw that open cab Quarry Hunslet you did. Proper impressed by that. Well, they're still here. On the other hand, though, I am selling quite a lot of my 009 stuff, actually. I'm not doing anything with it, basically, so I kind of just feel bad that it's just sat in a box. all the time. So yeah, basically I've decided to move them on to people that are actually going to use them, etc. So there we go. Good evening, Iron Horse. We're good, yeah. Just talking about the Warner show, basically. That Alice in 009 is worth a fortune now. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I think the one that's going to sell a lot is the Britomart, actually. I have a Britomart with DCC sound and a small stay alive. When I say a small stay alive, it's like half a second to a second. It's not big stay alive, but it's just enough to basically make a difference for the model. But yeah, I suspect the Britomart's going to go for absolute silly money. And of course, they will be going on my eBay to basically just put them on as auction, basically. If people want to pay silly money for them, then by all means, I mean, as long as I get what I want for them, then I'll be happy. No, I missed it. And again, I've sent them over a point that was set against them. Silly boy. Talking too much, isn't it? Ah, Tim, no, sorry, I missed the question, so I'm ever so sorry. The black material I use for my track bed is a tape, basically. It's called Armorflex. I will just park this up, and then what I will do is I will quickly go and grab some to show you on the camera, basically. The loop area is going to be scenic eventually. It's currently just it's just an absolute bomb site at the moment. It's yeah, it's basically everything that's annoying me at the moment is getting just chucked down there at the moment. The church that's in the middle there, that will end up in that far corner on the right hand side. And basically that will all be lit, etc. And then I'll probably put like a little country sound unit in there, so I get like birds chirping and church bells ringing and all that sort of stuff. So that'll be really cool. So yeah, Armorflex. Right, give me a second. So right, let's go to the me camera. So this is basically a roll of Armorflex. And basically, as you can see, it's basically like a self-adhesive tape. Basically, it's for pipe lagging, is probably the best way to explain it. So it's self-adhesive on the back there. So it's all self-adhesive, but it's a closed cell foam, so it's really squishy and malleable, and yeah, so it's pretty cool. If you want to do tight curves with it, basically all you end up doing is basically just cutting down the middle. Just basically cut a strip down the middle, so you end up with 2 strips, and then basically you just sort of form it and shape it round to basically get your curves, basically. But yeah, Armorflex. It's something I've used for quite some time now. Even when you glue your track or your ballast and all that sort of stuff in place, there's still a good amount of flex to this. So basically, yeah, I mean, I've always had the theory it works well, etc. I mean, I see a lot of other track bed stuff basically that is closed cell foam, much the same as this. All right, this is only 3mm thick, basically, but you know, there are bigger. I say 3mm, it's probably more like 2mm thick, actually, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's really good. You buy it on a massive roll like that, and yeah, just really easy to stick it down. And then what I tend to do as well is I don't actually pin any of my track down. So what I actually do is stick this down on the double-sided, and then down the middle of this I basically go and put a strip of the double-sided tape. there you are, sellotape, basically, sellotape double-sided tape, basically. So yeah, all I do is literally get that, stick it down the middle, peel that back, stick my track down on that, basically, and, well, I mean, this layout's been down 4 years now, hasn't budged an inch, basically. So yeah, really, really good. Really good way of doing it, basically. So there you go, top tip Armaflex and some double-sided tape. Quick way to get your track bed down, and a quick way to stick your track down as well. Plus, obviously, when you put your ballast down and you glue it, obviously it's not going to make any difference then anyway. So yeah. But yeah, so the whole layout's basically been done exactly like this. So yeah, even a little bit under there, you can see just underneath the platform edge, just to kind of raise it up to the same height, basically. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a way I can show you, like, even like there. Yeah, if I go there, you see it moving? So yeah, it's got a good amount of springing, and that's all glued as well. That was the first, that strip there was basically the first area that I put track down on, etc. So yeah, so I still need to get a Model U of Jen. Oh, you meanie. You meanie. Haven't got a Model U of me and Jenna. Wow. There you go. But here's the catch. Here's the actual catch. I've got a Model U of Mr. Iron Horse Railways, actually. So I need to paint him. Well, I say I need to paint him, actually. The one thing I can't stand is I can't stand painting figures. I do not like painting figures at all. I don't know what it is. Like, literally, I just feel like it takes me hours and hours and hours to paint a figure, and, you know, I can never get them as good as like that, like Dan's done there. Dan Everson's done those too. Yeah, Dan Everson done those for me, and, you know, absolutely brilliant, actually. Does it sound deadened as well, John? Yes, pretty much. Don't get me wrong, it's still a case of you've got a big open frame, so any amount of vibration is going to make a louder sound, but yes, in my opinion, it does definitely deaden the sound quite a bit, actually. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff, actually. But yes, so Mr. Iron Horse, when you eventually get painted, you will be appearing on the layout. You'll be on the station somewhere. Not going to say where yet. That's for you to find out. Haha. But anyway, there we go. I quite like it, actually. I found the method works well and find it lovely and relaxing. Dan does lovely work. Use a lot of his tricks that I do. The lad knows his paints. Yes, definitely. I did watch that video of him and Charlie, actually, so that was quite good as well. What have we got? Just trying to think what we're going to do. We need to sort this one out, don't we? No. I'm not going to overshot because I'm going to use an emergency stop button. And just like that, they are a couple. Woohoo! Doing fine, Tim. Thanks for asking. Are you keeping well? I've always used latex glue for ballasting. It don't dry hard. Okay, I'm guessing you're saying it doesn't dry hard. But yeah, latex. The only problem I find with latex glue though is if you ever try and drill like into the track bed to put like a dropper in or put anything else in, the biggest problem you then get is you end up with your drill bit basically collecting all the latex glue, basically. That's the only downside to that. Tiny magnets, tiny magnets. How tiny? How tiny? Because honestly, I've got a bag somewhere. Oh, Craig, you're bloody making me dig through trays now. Whoops, I'm swearing on YouTube as well. I have... Where are they? Crikey! Do you know what? I spent ages looking for those the other day. Flippin' heck. I'll leave them out on my desk because that's annoying when I do things like that. I have somewhere. Do you know what? It will never be a case of I will never find them when I want them. But I have some super, super tiny magnets somewhere because what I actually did was okay, that's cool. That doesn't fit in my platforms. Nice. Yeah, I have some really small magnets somewhere. Craig, I will find them, mate, and I will send them with your yeah, I'll send them with your bits down there, basically. Just there. Just there, box there for you. Oh, speaking of boxes there, wow, I've actually forgot. I've actually completely forgot. Oh, I've actually completely forgot. Right, okay, well let's send this round there to go to the turntable, basically. Yeah, if I find that, where are they? They're super, super tiny. They're like literally like a millimetre. They're tiny, tiny little magnets. They might be smaller than that. I just can't ever remember what I've done with stuff. Stuff appears and then it disappears and then I can never find it again. I've got too much stuff. I've got too much stuff. Someone just come and buy all my stuff and take it from me. Too much stuff! It's ridiculous. Tiny enough to stick on the back of a tail lamp. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. You'd have to drill the hole out, basically, for them. But yeah, I mean, I used them once to basically put magnets in the AWS ramps that Westall Wagon Works do. So basically it triggers things on my layouts, basically. So when a loco went over, it triggered the AWS, that kind of thing. So yeah. Good evening, 156 Andrew. Let's get magnet sizes to the source of magnet lasers, large steam locos. That doesn't make the heat have to cure. Say that, I've just thought. There's a Duchess in the way. There's a Duchess in the way. What do I think of the Kato Azuma? Jenna has one of them. It's very nice. It's a very cool model. Jenna's one's even better though because we've actually added all the lighting strips inside it as well, so it actually goes round fully lit, which is absolutely awesome to see. There we go. Weird things are happening. Weird things are happening. Da, 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 da. Give me a second. Okay, 1, 2, there's currently 3. I don't get it. Why the heck has all my block detection stopped working? Just randomly, out of the blue, there we go. It's all back live now. So just literally had to go back into... Hang on, let me go to the screen and I'll show you. I've just literally had to go back into this to then basically find that my setting's there. So that setting should be 3 because I've got 3 block detection units in total. So I've had to change that and then quite literally check the inputs were all set to feedback, which they are, and then literally there. So yeah, what gives? Why did it do that? I don't know. It's very strange. All right. Anyway, close that. Right, let's carry on. What was it doing? Duchess of Athol. That was it. I'll put it back on the junction cam. Very strange. I probably missed so much in the chat, so you've got too much stuff. You can still see the floor of your garage. Thanks, yeah. I remember your AWS experiment. Well, it technically still works. I mean, the 2 Sutton's 24s that are in the cabinets through there, basically, they've both got them on there, and the layout actually is... The layout does actually have magnets in place for it, actually, so... So if I go back to junction 1 cam, so yeah, you can see one of them just there. That's a magnet basically which triggers the AWS. So yeah. AWS experiment, yeah. Do people not see my video about this then? Oh. I feel like I'm going to have to demo this now. Technically it's a call-on signal, so I can do that. There is now actually a little ground signal just there, which allows me to pull into the platform. Oh, so tricky. The building has lights. So wait for a minute. Hang on, just let me go here a second. Look, see, one of them's working. One of the lights is working again now. Yay! I fixed it. Mainly just before I actually come on the live stream, I actually ended up fixing that. So that's quite cool. Let me just go through the chat. AWS in the house with dinner bell. We'll call at 5. That's pretty funny. Actually, Jenna has an echo, or correction, I have an echo just on the wall just there. And yeah, Jenna basically plays a dinner bell, which is quite cool, actually. So yeah. No, so the magnet, just going back to the AWS, so the magnets in the track, what I basically did was I fitted a little hall sensor. Well, I fitted the hall sensor that can come with the Class 24. So yeah, I installed that underneath, and then basically, much to the disgust of a certain individual, I put ESU chips inside my Sutton's 24s, basically. So I had Jamie's Class 25 sound profile, which is very, very good. And what I ended up doing was I ended up writing a little sort of sound slot, etc., which I could then drop into his project, that basically just utilises the input from the hall sensor. So what happens is the hall sensor basically gets triggered by the magnet. It then activates an AWS horn, basically the AWS horn sound that they basically do. And then to acknowledge it, I basically just have to dab the brake key, basically, which I added as a shift kind of unit. So yeah, once you basically do that, it's then a case of the loco carries on as it should. If you don't acknowledge it by basically pressing the brake key, then it basically just goes into an emergency shutdown. Basically goes into an emergency brake application. Yeah, and you basically have to drop the throttle to 0 and cycle the brakes before you can actually then restart the locomotive. I'll get. Do you know what? Go on. I'll get one out and I'll show you guys. Get this on the turntable. Something tells me I need to paint my lamps a bit better because the light bleed on that lamp at the front there is absolutely horrendous. That's hilarious. Wow. Yeah, the light bleed on that lamp needs a bit of work, so I need to tweak them, I think. Excellent. Anyway, you'll see the lamps in a minute, basically, when it rotates. Mind you, you can't miss them now. They look like flipping glow-in-the-dark lamps, don't they? They look like they're thermal nuclear or something. That's hilarious. Wow, that's funny. Right, okay, what I'll do then, I'll use junction 1 cam. No, I won't. I'll use the over junction. Right. I'll use the overhead junction cam. We don't use this one very often. But yeah, so obviously the layout's just gone into the dead of night now, which is very useful. You know, it's funny, right, when you do, like, lighting. So the layout's actually that dark that I have to use a flashlight for me to basically see where the wheels are. But anyway, right, so there's the magnet, just there in the track, basically, so it's just here. So yeah, basically what I can do is find out what number I've actually got on the layout. Might be help. Right, so if I go to my class 24s, that one there. I feel like I need to go and turn the other locos off a minute, just so you can hear this. So the Peckets, I'm going to go and turn them off quickly. Speaking of Peckets, actually, we have a new Peckett on the layout as well, actually. Oh, blimey. New stuff, wow. Keep forgetting to let you guys know. Right. So yeah, if I basically run this... I don't know how well the sound's going to come out, but I won't touch the brake this time round. There we go. So yeah, that basically now stops. So for me to be able to reactivate that loco, I need to drop the throttle to 0, cycle the brake key, and then I've basically got control of the throttle again. So yeah, let me just send it back the other way. Should be about there. There it is. And then if I just tap the brake key, and then it just keeps running. So yeah, it's quite a useful feature actually. So if I do, for instance, leave the loco running as an example, so what I'll do is I'll just drop in on that cam quickly. Actually, I'll go to that one quickly. So you can see the magnet just there. There we go. Again, I'm not going to touch it. There we go. Got the brake application. So yeah, cool little feature that I came up with and everything. So yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Right, let's just have a quick catch up with the comments. I'll get my coat. John, is my 9F any sort of playable state at the moment? Can you give it a run or not? Not at the moment, mate. It's about 65% there. So my plan is to finish it off in the morning, and yeah, then I'll be able to get it out in the post in the afternoon. Because I've got a lot of stuff to post tomorrow, actually. Wow, I mean, my 009 stuff's been selling like absolute hotcakes. So yeah, I've got loads of that to send off. I've then got, of course, the other thing is I'm indecisive whether or not I want to keep a couple of the. I'm indecisive whether or not to keep a couple of the Quarry Hunslets. Part of me is a little bit like, well, not much point in keeping it because I'm not going to do anything with it. So they might just all go. Oh, cycle the brake there. Otherwise we'll get a stop. He manages to put it on just as it goes through the tunnel. Clever boy. Never mind. Right. So yeah. Anyway, that's my little AWS thing. I hope you guys like that. Right, what we need to do... Let's go run a train. Duchess, there you are. How will you all put up without the charismatic sounds of points motors? I mean, don't get me wrong, you're still going to have the DAPL signals, which are a little bit noisy. So, yeah, that'll be quite entertaining, I think. So, yeah. How many have we got in the chat? 23 watching. Ooh. Okay, then. Well, do us a favour, though. Do hit the like button and, you know, do share the channel about a bit, actually. So, yeah. Let's see if we can chase this at a fair speed, shall we say. Oh, how's that one got in the mix? Okay. Blimey, I need to have a juggle round of these cameras. Oh, literally just going to get it as it disappears through the hole in the wall. That's quite funny. That is funny. Right. So the other thing I thought might have been a problem. So this thing in my hand here is a little Train Tech red signal, red buffer stop light, actually. So I thought that might have been causing the problem with my block detection, but it turns out it was just the fact that the system had decided to go and reset. But there we go. So yeah. So we've just got to wait for the other thing. Oh, TS, right. Okay, sorry. Right, you've reminded me now. Right. I have to come over here because there's 2 new editions coming. There's 2 new editions coming. So, first new edition, I've obviously posted it. I've posted it a few times now, but yeah. So, with a little heads up from TS Railways there. I went and got myself one of the Hornby 2MTs, the standard 2s, basically. So it's a model I really like. I can hear something off. How are you supposed to see what am I doing? Much better in here when you turn the lights on, isn't it? You decided to... Anyway, going back to what I was trying to do, say, etc. So yeah, so I've got one of the Hornby standards. Turn the lights back off. Shall I leave the lights on, or what do you reckon, guys? Shall I leave the lights off, or shall I turn it off? Stuart Wright, good evening, folks. Nearly missed watching your webcast on working on Loco MPD. Very cool. That's a good reason. Why are you not stopping? Okay. Freaking things that just don't want to work tonight. Just another list. Just another one to add to the list of things that just don't want to flipping work tonight. But anyway, getting annoyed with this. But anyway. So anyway, yes, got this one. Got it from Hornby Direct, actually. I'll go to the Mecam. Got it from Hornby directly. It was 240 RRP. They knocked it down in price. And then I had a discount code that I needed to use, actually. So, yeah. Needless to say, I got this for £103. I was like, wow! Do you know what? For £103, cannot say no to that. So that one has, needless to say, come and joined the fleet, basically. So yeah, really excited by that one. Really looking forward to doing my lovely little bits with it as well. And the answer to the question is yes, there will be a sound profile being made. I just need to go and record one. So, right, and the next one. So, can't see it, can't see what it is. Yeah, so basically I've had my eye on one of these for a while now, and I sort of ummed and ahed about it, and the St. Peter's schools and all this sort of stuff and everything. And then of course when I worked for Rails, I found out they did an exclusive, basically, which is the Durham Light Infantry. So do you know what? For what it was, I thought to myself, do you know what? I can't say no to that. And of course, I do have to. I don't have to look at our Clark Railworks website, but I do quite regularly. And then when something comes in that basically takes my fancy, I kind of go, "Ooh, yes, please." And yeah, so needless to say, I have a Durham Light Infantry V2 here. Now, I don't know if any of you guys actually have the V2 or know anything about them or anything like this, but these are probably one of the best, in my opinion anyway. I'm going to say my opinion because someone will no doubt disagree with me, but I think these are one of the best steam locomotives that's ever been made, because of the way the tender connection works, because of the way the actual board inside, the 21 pin board inside as well. Could they have done better with a speaker? Yes, of course. You know, this is me we're talking to at the end of the day, so yeah. Tim says his father-in-law got one of those direct for 45% off. Yeah. Oh, hope you have better luck than he has. Oh, what happened there? Why did I had much better luck? But what happened there? It's gone back for a repair job. Oh no! And they didn't have any stock left to replace it. Oh no, Tim, that's very sad to hear, actually. So yes, anyway, I've got a V2. Lovely, lovely green, dark green. I do like the dark green livery, and of course it's early. Just check, it is early crest. No, it's late crest. Sorry, you silly sod. But yeah, late crest BR. So yeah, that one will join the fleet. Not an LNER person at all, but these V2s, as I say, I think from the manufacturing point of these models, I think these are probably the best that's ever been done. You get the firebox glow in them as well. You've got solder pads inside to add lighting to them as well, and there's even resistors already fitted to the board as well, so you don't have to go through the rigmarole of soldering any resistors or anything like this. You can literally just connect your LEDs straight to the board inside the model, and they work beautifully. This will be having a Locksound V5. Because as some of you know, I had a really nice sound file which worked on my Sir Nigel Gresley, so I'm looking forward to making the tweaks and changing that a little bit to basically get this one working. But yes, so super excited about that one, really quite cool. And as you can see there, it was an exclusive to Rails of Sheffield basically. So yeah, very cool. But yeah, so that's the two new additions to the layout anyway. Oh, I'll take the glasses off a sec, sorry. Can't believe it's 8:30 already, blimey. Where did the time go? Where does the time go? So yes, today I should have actually been down at, visiting New Junction actually. Richard Watson, should have been down with him doing some bits on his layout, but unfortunately he was called away for work, so we had to cancel at the last minute. But that's okay. I've actually kind of enjoyed just having a weekend to myself for a change. Excuse me. Oh wow. DCC ready coming from Colonel, just £129. That's pretty cool. Do you know what? If I could get, I'll tell you this now actually, if I could get one of the green 47 with the, I think it's small yellow ends on it, I think. If I could get one of those, I probably would cave, and I probably would get myself one of those 47s, to be honest. So yeah, do I want one? I'll have to have a think about this. Do I really want one? That sort of thing. I know Iron Horse actually. Speaking of Iron Horse, didn't he had one at one point? I think he had the large logo blue one, I think, that had all the weathering, kind of the faded paint and all that sort of stuff on it. They look quite good actually. So yeah, I expect he's done something quite cool with that and his weathering, etc. What else? Oh, I'm trying to think. What else? So yeah, I feel like, especially after the show as well, like I feel like I've come back and like I've proper got my mojo back now. Like I literally wouldn't want to do anything to the layout. Like for instance, if I had a day off, I would just be like, oh, I don't want to be in here. I just want to be doing my own stuff. I just want to be chilling out somewhere away from model railways and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, I think going to the show and having a chat with lots of you and all this sort of stuff, I don't know, it's just kind of got me mojo back a little bit. And you know, it's like, so now my shed area is getting finished off as well. All right, I need to buy some more fencing, admittedly, just to finish it off. But yeah, you know, once the glue's all dry on that, that's pretty much it. That's all nice and finished, basically. So that would be really cool to have that all finished. You can just see the Peckets down the front there as well. So yeah, obviously the black one ages ago, because it's an industrial thing basically, I called the black one the Black Pecket and gave it a nameplate with Jenna on it as well. She said it was cute, so my retaliation back to her was let's call it Jenna. So yeah, then I bought the Port of London Authority blue one that you can see on the layout there, and we're still in night mode at the moment. But yeah, we bought the Port of London Authority one. So yeah, I basically fitted a chip in that one evening this week as well, and needless to say, so that's now on the layout and running cool and all this sort of stuff. So that's got a Zimmo MS500, which I've had just sat here years basically. I had it when I worked for Digitrains actually. So yeah, I've had it that long basically, and I've just never got round to doing it. And then one night this week I just decided, you know what, sod it, I'm going to do it. So same sort of principle as I did with the other one. I'll go back to the Me camera again actually. That's not the Me cam anymore. What? Oh, that's the plus is the Mi Cam now. Right, everything's changed, but yeah. So basically, same principle as what I did with the other one. Basically, so the MS500's tucked right up the front where the factory decoder was agreed to go, and then the Stay Alive's basically come across. The little charge circuit is then slap on the side of the motor, basically. I've installed Firebox Glow in this, so basically what I had to do was basically take the back of the cab off. Now, really annoyingly, the black one, you could take the top of the cab out and then it slid out, no problems at all. This one didn't want to budge at all. It really annoyed me. So much so I ended up getting a bit of debonder, and I don't know if you can just see it just there, but unfortunately I've managed to damage some of the lining, basically. Which is a bit of a shame. You can't really see it too bad. You can just sort of see it in certain lights, maybe. Just there, can you see it? Just there. But yeah, so unfortunately that's really annoying. But I still didn't even manage to get the cab off, basically. So what I ended up doing was drilling through the body into the plastic area where the thing was, and then I basically pushed a screwdriver through to basically pop the back of the bulkhead off. The bulkhead for the boiler off, basically, so I could then fit the LED and put it all back in. So of course the criminal fact of the matter is I could have done that without needing to put the debonder on here and ruin my lining. So vexed with things like that, basically. But anyway, speak of New Junction, there he is. Look, I said I needed to come and see. Well, I should have been seeing you today, but anyway. So yeah, and then the other thing is obviously I cut all the coupling away, and then basically I fit the little speaker, a little 15 by 8 speaker just in the bottom there, basically. So it basically doubles as like an ash pan on the back. Actually, this one hangs a little bit low, so I might need to just take that up a little bit. Actually, stop it from fouling or anything on the track. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically how I do it. Oh, and then of course I've got the Model U crew in there as well, basically. But yeah, they're really nice. Again, really nice. Peckett's and the Rustons from Hornby, lovely little engines. Lovely little engines, basically. What else? Celanormi 009, yeah. Said about that, haven't I? Been playing with sound files from ESU as well. Oh, speaking of ESU, so as some of you know, I was talking about the last live stream I did. I was obviously talking about the fact that I was getting one of the ESU Engineering Edition locos, the little T16, the T16 basically. So let me just bring it up on the. Oh, instead I can change the camera. There we go. So instead I can change the cameras, basically. But yeah, so what I did was I basically went through Road and Rails, basically Mr. Richard Croft, as we all know, and basically I went and got basically got this model from him, basically. So model came, etc. So that's basically the real locomotive. So it's an 010 tank engine, really cool thing. So ESU Engineering Edition. Now I had one of these years and years back. And the big softy that I am was, at the time, money wasn't great, etc. So I needed some money to go and see my, girlfriend, then my fiance, then my wife, etc. So I sold it to basically fund a couple of train tickets for me to go and see Jenna, etc. Oh yeah, here comes the comments now, all in the chat, like, oh, you softy, you big romantic, you, etc. But anyway. So yeah, that's plodding on, tar yourself. So yeah, that's basically what I did. I sold this loco to basically fund myself going. But anyway, so I always said that if I had an opportunity to get another one, I would. And of course, these locos have come in now. They've got improvements, so it's all metal valve gear now, as opposed to the plastic ones that we had back when I first got it. It's got a V5 chip in it as opposed to the M4. It's got a much better speaker setup as well, and from what I can gather, the smoke unit was actually pretty cool on it as well. But unfortunately, the one thing, the other thing is it's got automatic uncoupling actually. So there's us chatting about automatic uncoupling, but it's a different style to the tension locks, etc. But yeah, unfortunately, the biggest problem I had with it was when it turned up, the front coupling was basically hanging off the front and basically touching the track. So there was a little bar underneath here, and basically the bar itself had basically broken away from the actual buffer beam itself, and I couldn't find the part or anything like this as well. Plus, there was a few little issues, would probably be the right way to say it, but nevertheless, had a chat with Richard, and of course Jurgen from ESU was actually at the show over the weekend at the Warner show, the National Festival of Railway Modelling, or model railwaying, or it's such a ridiculously long name. Just call it something. Just call it something short, for goodness sake. I mean, most people have gotten into calling it Warnerly for some reason, which is quite funny, I think. But so basically, we took this Richard took this loco over to Jurgen. Jurgen's basically had a look at it, and I've received an email this week basically confirming that there is some problems and a brand new replacement loco will basically be. It's your fault, by the way, Craig. I've seen you put Warnerly in the show. It was you that started it off, I think. I think I kept calling it not Wally, actually, so which is quite funny. But yeah, so new loco eventually will be on its way. It'll be a couple of weeks, but I will be getting one of those again, and I can do a nice little video about it. Not that I'm big on doing like product review videos or anything like that sort of thing, but these things are really special. You get all the lamps are independent on the front and the rear, the cab light, the firebox glow, the smoke unit, the sound system's absolutely amazing on it as well. No, it was Jen who claimed that name. I'd blame her. Right, blaming Miss Kirk then. She's responsible for calling it Warnerly. I want you to go and tell her it now. I want her in the chat. Go and tell her that now. I'll tell you what, we'll do it. I'm going to send it to her now. Actually, that'd be quite funny. That'd be quite funny, actually. We'll see if that actually gets any. Blame her then. Excellent. I just told her to come in on the stream tonight, actually, because we're blaming her in the stream, so that's quite funny. But there we go. Excellent. All the cameras adjusting to the light now. Oh dear. But there we go. So basically I'm looking forward to having that back, etc. So that'll be really cool. What else? Oh, it's an absolute minefield of stuff that's just going on, etc. So it's like, what is going on? I need to turn the heating on out here as well. I'm getting cold, actually. Echo. Turn the heater on. Get the quads out. Yes, actually, that's a good shout. What I need to do is I need to get rid of this first, though. So we've got 30 people in the chat. I really appreciate that. But do me a favour, do hit the do hit the thumbs up for us, please. Do hit the like button. Need a little mirror or something so I can actually see. Of course, my block detection's now working, so that's pretty cool. So now I don't have to look. Yeah, there we go. round the point, round. Right. Need to go to the shed cam because I believe the rifle brigade is still sat on the turntable. What are you looking forward to in the Hornby range? Honestly, don't know, is the honest answer to that. I actually have no idea what they could be possibly doing. It'd be nice if they were doing something cool, but I don't know what they got. Do you know what? That's a real daft question. I really don't think I know what they're doing or anything, actually. I feel like I'm out of touch with stuff like that. Hey!
Someone is at the front door.
Someone's at the front door. What? Oh, just bear with me a sec. Hang on. Sorry about that. I don't know where Jenna was, but she didn't answer the door, so... He left that loco going. Yes, I did. Working away in the workshop and listening to John. That's quite funny. She's lost her phone as well, so I need to call her. Technology, love it. Yeah, we're all techie here. Very high techie me.
Hello, it's Jenna. Please leave me.
Whose phone was going? Mine, because I was trying to call Jenna's phone because she's lost it, basically. I think she was panicking about more about opening the door than she was about finding her phone than she was about opening the door. But never mind. Hello, it's Jenna. Please leave me alone, says Iron Horse. No, that's not right. Jenna will chat to anyone, to be honest. She's great like that, to be honest. What's the minimum radius for your little trucks? Oh, sorry, my little trucks. Pretty much what I've got there, actually. Let me just measure it. Hang on. 100 and... Right, so basically between the two tracks there's a gap of 165. That's probably pushing it. That is probably pushing it, but they do work, so yeah. Are you thinking of doing a little truck on your layout? Oh, do a little truck on your layout, Richard. That'd be cool. Ooh, yes! In other words, he's basically got enough room to do it. Have you got enough room to do it? Tell me you got enough room to do it. Have you got enough room to do it? That'd be pretty cool if you could, because then I could actually bring my little trucks over and run them on your layout as well. Bring the trucks over, run them on your little layout. Yeah, it should be good for room. Fab! You need a trailer and a truck. That's not turntable. That's turntable though. Get a little truck. Get a little Weissman truck. They're so cool. They are wicked, to be fair. I really do like those little trucks. To be fair, they're so cool. Right, so we need to send off Rifle Brigade. In this case, I'll make an exception with Duchess of Athol. Well, I could run my manor. I could run my manor, but the only problem with it is my manor's not here. My manor's actually over with New Junction, actually. So he's borrowed a couple of my engines. You might have seen the 8F that he's got running around his layout. That belongs to me. So yeah, my locos are currently moonlighting on his layout. So yeah. Asked to announce this year's winner. Who is this year's winner then of the Moderator of the Year award? What engines? Are you keeping them then? Is that what you're telling me? So that's my Jubilee, my 8F, my Black 5. You definitely are not keeping that. I want that one back. New Junction looking innocent. It's what? How the heck? It's 10-2. No way. It's 10-2. That's crazy. Wow. Evening, Kelly. We've got lots of steamers on the layout for you tonight. Lots of steam engines. Woohoo! Paul Grant. Yeah, you guessed it. I got a Black Friday deal, a Dapple Mogul fitted, DCC fitted for 3. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I like the manners they did as well, actually. So they were pretty cool. However, now that I've changed the speakers on my my Acuroscale one, whoa, yes. Yes, very, very good they are now. So yeah, Mr. New Junction, have you played with the Manor yet, actually? Oscar will go crazy when he sees Thomas. Excellent. Right, let me get this... Let me get this. Let me get this Ghost engine. Still haven't put a crew in this one yet. So yeah, and FYI, guys, Quad Arts. Quad Arts for the win. They are fab. They are lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely coaches they are. It's raring to go. Raring to go. Gotta find him first. There he is. Right. Come on then, Thomas. I'm not set up for live streaming, but hats off to you all who do. Quite a bit more kit involved. Oh, thanks. Hello, Thomas. Who doesn't love Thomas at the end of the day? Hurry, hurry, hurry. Excellent. Not doing very well at tracking him though. There he is. Excuse me. Doesn't want to move. Oh, I know why. The ABC actually doing its job. So I missed it. Who was YouTube? Who was Flymo Chairman 1? Who was the awarded admin? Where was it? Hang on. Where did he say it? Yeah, who was the moderator of the year? So, where? I'm trying to find it.
It's a beautiful day.
Maybe I've missed it. No, maybe I haven't. Oh, it was Timbersurf that won this year. Oh, right. Oh. I didn't realise Timbersurf did moderator stuff. Okay then. There we go. Well done. Hats off to Timbersurf. Well done. Moderator of the year. I said you got it. I think you got it last year, didn't you, Flymo? There we go. Thomas, we love you. Excellent. The only problem with Thomas is he doesn't have a coupling on the front, so he needs to go. Basically, needs to go for a bit of wrong line running, or alternately, he can die in the platform. Why is he died there? Yeah, very confused by that. So yeah, he needs to. Unfortunately, he needs to go backwards. This is the part where I get.
Thomas is a tank engine who lives at a big station on the island of Sodor. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome.
This is the part where I get some copyright
Don't worry.
thing against me.
Now, if you were a steam engine, you would run on a pair of reliable rails. No, these are for Gordon's Express. I'll fetch your trucks next. We're all useful. The back controller says so, and he's Sir Topham Hatt's head of the whole railway.
I did, and I was blown away with it all. It's not something I do for and just smooth, accept a smooth chat and a good live stream, John. Yeah, definitely.
Steamies and diesels need to work together.
You hear that? You hear that, Kelly?
Steamies and diesels need to work together.
Steamies and diesels need to work together.
Lazy bones, why don't you work hard like me? All I want is a warm boiler. I warned him to be careful. Firelighter's promised to come early tomorrow. You have caused confusion, Angele. I'm a steam engine and I can do it by myself. Let's have a big meeting with all of the engines at the coaling plant tomorrow. You are a really useful engine. We're really useful engines after all.
Anyway, this is the part where I get some sort of copyright thing. But anyway, that pretty much brings us up to the end of the live stream. So, as I said, we'll just go back to the sort of shed area there. A quick kind of glance over, basically. What are people's thoughts? Do we think that the coaling stage needs to be gone? Do we think it needs to move? You know, does it look better with or without? What's people's initial thoughts? Do leave me some comments so I can see them after the live stream. But yeah, it's just literally when I had it out of the way earlier, it just made me sort of look at it and think that's pretty cool now. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see kind of thing. So yeah, the glue, as you can see, over in the far area over here, round here, etc. That's all basically drying and hopefully going off. So that will all be dry by tomorrow. So that'll be pretty cool. Trying to think what else is going on. Need to do a little bit of work in this corner over here as well at some point. So let me just go to the junction camera. So yeah, this corner over here needs a bit of work. So I've got this little sort of farmer's kind of 3D printed thing going on there. It was basically for the 009 layout that I never actually made, but never mind. Thought it'd be quite cool to keep it and get the water wheel working, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's probably next thing I'll do, just work on that corner, and that basically means that this side of the layout then basically gets finished. So yeah, keep it, move it over to the left, keep it. The steam MPD wasn't usually a beautiful thing. Taking it off and opening it up. Okay, excellent. Watch Thomas doesn't derail. I don't know where he's gone actually. Where's he gone? He's just slowly making his way back down to his little siding in the loop, I think, Kelly. So yeah, he'll be fine. Wrong one. So yeah, just watch this space. I'll try and do little videos like I've done. So do go onto my channel, and I put like a little video up. So it's basically 3 hours work that I basically sped the video up by like 16 times or something like that. So it basically is a very quick little video. I put some little music to it, put some voiceovers to it, etc. Just playing with doing a bit more kind of manufactured videos, I think is probably the way I would call it, you know, tailored, so editing and all that sort of stuff, doing a bit like that sort of thing, just playing with the idea. But me having the cameras dotted around the layout, it just gives me the ability to basically record areas that I'm working on, etc. So yeah, thank you Flymo for posting up my channel there. But yeah, do hit like, do share it, do subscribe if you're not already. Yeah, thank you ever so much for yet another live stream. Next live stream. Wow, it's going to pretty much take us up to Christmas now, isn't it? So, I can't do a live stream on that day. So the next one should normally be the 15th. But there's no way in heck I'm doing that, because I will be in so much trouble with the wife that it's not worth it, because the 15th is her birthday. Yeah. So my wife gets 1 year older. So in that case, then what I might do then is, do you know what? I might even do one next week. I might even do one next week now, thinking about it. I'll have a think, see what I think. But yeah, so do a Boxing Day live. I have no idea where I'm going to be on Boxing Day. I don't know if I'm going to be up north. I don't know if I'm going to be down south or what. I mean, the initial plan was that basically I said to everyone, family, come to us for Christmas because we're usually up and down two ends of the country and all this sort of stuff. Everyone just come to us. No, that's all completely and utterly fallen by the wayside, etc. So yeah, Kelly, no, my wife definitely doesn't do live streams, etc. I did say to her though, wouldn't it be fun if she actually just came and sat in and did like a special guest thing, and then she could literally sit here for like a couple of minutes and just chat with you all, this sort of thing. I think the most amusing things is 15th, hold fire, don't say happy birthday to her yet, it's not till the 15th. But anyway, she could probably just chat to you all and basically says how the heck she puts up with me, basically, because let's face it, I'm pretty full on model railways all the time. So yeah, how the heck she does put up with me constantly buying new models, etc., and working on this stuff day in, day out is just crazy. It's just crazy. A lot of love for her though. Anyway, right, take care everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again. I really do appreciate it. It really, really humbles me, the fact that you guys come and spend your Sunday evenings on a chat with me and listen to me waffle on about railways and what I think's wrong and right in the world. But anyway, there we go. Right, see you all